And to view the picture, she did this motion to enlarge the picture. And of course, the picture didn't enlarge, and she started crying. And she came to meet her uncle, and of course, I had to console her. But the whole point of this was that I realized that my niece would grow up not really using a mouse. Like the way that she would interact with a computer would be way different from the way that I grew up interacting with computer. So that kind of led into what I did this summer. I worked at Intel, and one of my project was basically there's a whole new field in technology called human computer interface. That's really how you interact with the computer. So now, I know we use a lot of the mouse and these various techniques, but those are not very optimal for human beings. I mean, people are having carpal tunnel syndrome, people are having neck aches. It's just not natural. The best way or the ideal way is for that interaction to be the same way that it is the way when humans interact with humans. And when we interact with each other, we use sight, right? We use gestures. Like you could tell what I'm feeling by gesture. Things like voice. And that is actually moving into the way companies, and there's a lot of research around this, even at MIT, there's a lot of courses that actually surround this whole new area of study. And companies are actually making huge bets on this. You look at Apple, Microsoft for one, the touch, they're betting the Windows 8 on touch. You look at Google, the Google Glass, if you haven't heard of the Google Glass, that's basically a glass that allows you to talk and interact with the computer through your and through sights and also speech. And you look at, if somebody asks you what is the fastest selling electronic device ever, what would you say? You probably say the iPhone, right? But it's not the iPhone. It's the Kinect. Kinect sold 10 million copies in 60 days. And all these are just signs to show that consumers are actually demanding this new change. People are moving away from they're trying to explore this new, more interactive way of dealing with a computer. And I'm positive that this will be a huge deal in the future. So the reason why I'm here is that I really want you to consider making this huge bet and this huge investment, because this is something that would really pay dividend, because people actually want this new way of interacting with a computer. And specifically for GE, my interview is with GE. This is a way there's a huge market that GE could definitely tap into. Imagine if you came into your house and you could actually talk to your microwave and say that you want a hot coffee, and you can actually multitask and do other things instead of having to punch in all this information. Or imagine if you walked into the house and you didn't have to look for your remote. I know I always go crazy trying to find the remote in the house. And you could actually the computer actually knows, the TV knows that you just stepped into the house, and it knows to actually go into your favorite channel. If it's channel 20, you can actually track. I know this might sound crazy, but this technology actually exists. This is technology that actually exists now. So it would be a great opportunity for GE to capture this new market while it's still young. Capture this new market before competitors or one of these startup companies comes and takes away the pie from that GE currently has. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is that the way that we interact with computers is fundamentally changing. A lot of companies are placing huge bets on this, and consumers want this. I mean, you look at Siri, another good example is Siri. Siri, if you don't know, is a way for you to actually communicate and talk to the computer. And it has close to it's one of the highest selling or highest downloads that Apple has right now. So I think that if GE doesn't take this leap of faith, which GE is known as an innovative company, that it stands a chance of losing out in this great opportunity that exists.